If you want live football scores straight to your phone, go and download the Crowd Scores app. It's free to download on iOS and Android, and it has no adverts, which is great. You can also chat to other football fans. The download links will be in the description. And if you're looking to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, make sure to go and check out UFIFA and use the discount code EGHD at the checkout to get yourself 8% off your order. Yo, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the Road to Glory. Let's play FIFA 17. This is going to be episode 4, and we kick it off by showing you guys that Matuidi did sell. So we packed an 86 Matuidi last episode, which was epic. Obviously, about 20,000 coins I actually got in return there. But I want to start it off by saying a big thank you for the support in the last episode. I did say that the support hasn't been great. I think it's YouTube boxes have just not been working for a lot of YouTubers, and that's kind of made it hard to work out is the support actually any good on this series. So again, if we don't get 500 likes, I will stop the series, but I think we could smash that. We've got 1,100 likes from the last episode, so make sure you do drop a like if you enjoyed the series. Now we go into the first game. I've got a few things to talk about, but as this video is going to be quite long, I figured I'll get to them when we actually get into the series, getting late into this episode. So 70 odd minute, I actually do score with my right wing there, and I didn't expect him to score. You've seen a lot of good runs from him, but he doesn't always score. Leroy Fer making it 3-0 there, and then Shane Long getting through last minute, and it was just a simple kind of near post finish, except he ran it into his own goal. So a little bit fortunate, but I'd already won the game there. It was 3-0 in the 90th minute, and that makes my record, I think, now 15 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss. So we're doing very well in this Road to Glory. You've got to remember that being in Division 7, Division 6, Division 8, whatever it is right now, is actually a lot better than being in obviously that division later on in FIFA. We were at the very start of FIFA, so only the people that have played it enough to get to that division will be in those divisions, if that makes sense. And then we come up against this squad. Now he's got Müller, he's got Coman, and he's got some very fast players. He's got Sanchez there in the middle, and he's actually got a hybrid, so he's got some Serie A players in there too. I'll say some. He's actually got some very good, high-rated, fast, brilliant players. So I knew it was going to be a tough game. And this guy loves to take corners short and then cross it into the back post. I've seen a lot of people have success against me, and it's been really hard to defend. So if you see someone's bringing out a second man to pass it to, make sure you bring your guy forward and stop that cross straight away, because there seems to be a little bit of a glitch with the goalkeepers that don't always get their hands to it. But 25th minute or so, we actually managed to score it. It was great team play. I was a bit surprised that I actually scored it, to be honest, because this guy was all over me. It was my one attack that I actually got a good opportunity. I scored, so very happy with that. Here, Pereira. I still haven't even learned how to say this guy's name. Someone leave it in the comments, just a comment of how to even pronounce his name. That's all I want. But anyway, we get through here with American, and he doesn't quite finish that. He's not the best finisher, to be honest. He has scored a couple of nice goals, but he isn't the best finisher. We managed to win that game 1-0, but a win's a win. 6 points in, I think this is now Division 7. So we're doing pretty well during this series, and we're well on our way to actually win the title of Division 1 in 89 games or under. So I think this episode we play 9 games in total before we actually get a title promotion. So I'm not going to ruin it. We do get promotion, but obviously we still have some tough games. We may lose a game here or there. Next game, as you can see, this guy hasn't got full chemistry, but it is still a pretty decent team. Get through Leroy Fer, and I absolutely love this guy. You know I big him up every single episode. He's absolutely awesome. He's not the quickest, but I know he's not the quickest. I'm fully aware of that. So I never put him in positions where he needs to be quick or his dribbling needs to be top-notch. But he just does the trick, and he had one opportunity here which surprised me. The person he passed to wasn't even on the screen. That's how much it caught me out, basically. But we get through here with Son, and it was a weak foot finish. It was a left foot finish there from Son. It was quite powerful, but the rebound didn't come out quite good enough. And I think it was my left back trying to shoot there. It didn't work. But we was all over this guy. I was just showing you some clips here where these all could have been goal opportunities, but they just wasn't clicking. Now Amrabat getting through here. I actually take the shot. He takes me out. I thought maybe it could have been a penalty. Falls to Son. I was tempted to take a first shot there, but I think the goalkeeper would have got back in time, and the shot would have just been, dragged across the goal or something. But it was end-to-end stuff. There was a lot of counter-attacking going on in this match. Amrabat getting through here. Again, another opportunity which could have led to a goal. Fer with a pretty poor pass back, actually. I should have chipped up, really, not passed it across the goal, as my players were too close to the goalkeeper. But leading into the 90th minute, you guys know I do love a comeback. But it just wasn't on. It just wasn't. So we lost 2-0. Obviously, I went attacking, which is why I had no defenders there at the last second. But I'd rather lose 2-0 than 1-0 and not, attack enough. So that is our second loss of the series. Absolutely gutted. But I did ask you in the previous episode, what team would you like me to build next? What nationality? What league? And I left suggestions, mostly with Bundesliga and the old Serie A, which is now called Calcio A. And other nationalities like Brazil. Usually I actually build my second squad is usually a Brazil, quite a cheap squad with some skillers in there. But this year I decided to change it up. We decided to build a new Serie A squad, which actually has El Shaarawy as the main player. I was really excited to use this player, 5-star skills, but it wasn't stupidly priced. I actually expected him to be a lot more expensive. We also go for Iturb on the right side. Again, I'm so English with these pronunciations, so I'm definitely going to mess up a few. Went for Muriel as striker. And then for centre mid, I actually forgot his name, but he is very good. I checked out Nainggolan. He was so expensive, 84 rated. His stats look incredible, by the way, but he was so expensive, so I didn't bother picking him up. Defence-wise, I went for Manolas, who's the Greek guy, and this guy seemed to be the guy to have for your defence in the Serie A. Everyone I bid on basically expired, so I knew he was good. I basically just upped his buy now a couple of hundred to make sure I got one. We also went for Asamoah in the centre mid, so I went for a very hard-working, high-pressure team because I think my midfielders all have the engine trait or are just very quick and always running around. I think two of them have high work rates, just to put it into perspective. The right back and the left back both have high attacking work rates and medium defensive work rates as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know. So it's got to be different to play with. It's got to be a little bit more narrow, but I need to get used to it. I want to get better at formations, and I recommend you guys to do it as well. If you can get better yourself at playing a narrow formation, you're going to pick up some different tricks and ways of scoring and just finding space, and you can actually just improve as an overall player, maybe even as a defender as well, since you know how it is to attack in a narrow formation, if that makes sense. But we're going to our first game of this team, and what we're going to do now is obviously I've picked my best 11 players for the Premier League team, which we'll see soon. And for this team, we're going to just basically play one game, then we're going to go back to the Premier League team, and then we're going to go back to the Serie A squad, and we're going to keep switching. That way the fitness will stay up. If we get an injury for one game, they will be recovered. I don't need to use injury cards, but if we get an injury for like 4 games, I'm going to need to use one. This game was frustrating though. He did score quite early on, which put a lot of pressure on me. As you guys know, I do come back from a lot of these positions, but 55 minutes into the game, surprise there. I felt like I missed the opportunity, but I did score, and this guy kept getting through, kept making opportunities. Last ditch attempt here, passed it into Son. Amazing touch. I'd never seen a touch like that so far in FIFA 17. It was just so crisp, so smooth. But someone did block it, and that was 1-1. So that was a draw, unfortunately. Not the best start, actually, to this division. I wasn't happy with that loss. I absolutely hate losing a game. I hate seeing it on my record. Obviously, we opened up our 5k pack. Didn't get anything decent. So now, let me talk to you about an idea that I've got coming up. So as I was saying in the previous episode, there was potential or an opportunity that I could just start a second channel for FIFA where I focus on doing very FIFA, hardcore FIFA series. So poor man's road to glory, a draft to glory, these types of things that I think, people would like it on my main channel, but it would be better to start a new kind of subscriber base that only want that stuff. So if I start a second channel, I want you to let me know. I'm going to leave a poll in the description. If you would subscribe, all I want you to do is go onto that poll and click yes. I'm obviously going to leave an option to say no, so if you don't want me to start it, then you can also say no. But if I get 5,000 people to say yes, then I will start a channel. Literally, when this series finishes on my main channel, I'll start a poor man's road to glory, or road to glory with no FIFA points, and maybe even one with no market actions. So first owner only, which would be very hard, very intense, and it'll be quite hard to actually get into Division 1 because you'd only be using packs, but you wouldn't be allowed to use FIFA points to open those packs, so it'd be very hardcore. But whilst I've been talking, this game was very tight. I managed to come back in a late stage of the game, leading into the 90th minute or the 88th minute even. Leroy Fer getting through again, weak foot finish, baby, and that is how you do. This guy is a tank. You guys know the drill, man. He is just too good. We actually cut in again 2 Berber spins in a row, but this guy just doesn't have the final product sometimes. He just doesn't know how to finish, which is a real shame. I'm not sure if I should have kept him in my main squad, or maybe if I should have gone for Delafeu, or even maybe have picked up another right wing. So someone like Mane, he would have been great as well. But we go into our next game, and this guy had a Serie A squad. He had a couple of similar players to my squads, but quite different actually. And that's the thing with the Serie A and the BPL. Not BPL, the Premier League squad. You do get a lot of players that are similar, but also some new players which you'll come up against and find out actually they're actually really good, and the opponent that's used them is also really good, and it might open your eyes and make you pick that player for your team when you go to use them. Here, every time I get with El Shaarawy and I do some skill moves, I don't know what it is about skill moves and skilling, but if I do some good skill moves, I go around a couple of guys, I always want to complete that by scoring a goal, and I need to tell myself, especially during this road to glory, just pass it off when there's an opportunity. If you've skilled someone, if you've gone past a couple of guys, that means there's going to be some people open to pass to, and you're probably going to score off it. And those clips are probably going to make the Road to Glory episode anyway, because you'd have passed it off and it would have been a goal. So I need to learn, and I think there's people out there as well that need to learn that you don't always have to finish a skill move run by scoring. Just pass it off, get an assist. But later on in the game, again, I don't know what it is, but when it comes to the 85 minutes plus, I become deadly. I don't know if it's concentration-wise or it's just a lack of fitness for the other team, but there you go. Managing to win 2-1. I actually managed to pack Isco as well, 84 rated. So our packs during this series so far have been great. Considering we've only opened up about 4,000 FIFA points worth, I opened up 24,000 on my main account to start things off, and I don't think I've got anyone above 84 rating. I've already packed an 86 and an 84 in this series so far. After that, I decided to change back to a old school club item, which was the Mexican League. I think the name of the team is like Chipas or something like that. But basically, it's just a lion or some kind of tiger on the badge, which I quite liked. Simple as that. I don't know much about the team itself. I just thought it looked the best. But this is possibly the worst start to an Ultimate Team match. Yeah, no, it is. It definitely is the worst start I've had to a FIFA 17 Ultimate Team match. Only coming up to 5 minutes into the game, Lukaku gets through. How much space does he need? I don't know how he managed to get that space. I tried to block the pass by putting someone in the way. I thought my defenders would attract him anyway, but they just didn't. And I was down 2-0, and I was desperately trying to score. I was thinking, I hate being 2-0 down. Now, obviously, losing in any way, shape, or form is bad, but 2-0 down in a road to glory, in quite a competitive divisions, I know I've got my work cut out for me. So you can see here, I would say... would I say I'm all over him? I definitely deserve to score here. He goes to kicking the ball out, and I get so fortunate. I'm very lucky to get that goal. But at the same time, I felt like I could have scored a couple of goals previously with the chances that I had. On the edge of the box is 73rd minute. I'd have preferred not to get taken out. It would have been nice if he got a red card. But I go to take the free kick. I think it's with Tor. I don't know who it is, or maybe Son. I'll choose. But I don't have any great free kick takers. It does fall out, and I think I tried to head it in, but kind of just like head-butted, checked the goalkeeper. And then this is what he done, guys. This is... Please don't do this. If you're this guy, don't. Or if you're someone that does this already, they just basically go to the corner flag and they abuse the LT system, which blocks anyone tackling you. And he was doing that from about 87 minutes onwards. Obviously, I skipped it. I didn't want to be talking about it for too long, otherwise it would get me pissed off. And that was my third loss of this Road to Glory series. So you can tell, obviously, the games are getting more competitive now. I've lost 2 games in this episode alone and only 1 previously. So I was actually gutted. You know when you're kind of thinking, what did I do wrong? It was definitely the start of that match that screwed me up, and I don't know why or where it come from. It was just, I guess, let's just give credit to him. But the next game we started was frustrating. We both had very similar kits, and I hate it when something like this happens, because obviously you're stuck in the game. Now, you can only get someone to rage quit if you score really quickly, and they just have no chance. Sometimes they might rage quit, but we are in divisions, and we are playing against people that probably respect their records. So they don't want to quit on me. But 75 minutes, I'm still losing 2-0. I don't know. I was thinking, I can't have another loss. I can't have 3 losses in one episode, can I? And I get through here with Muriel. He doesn't put it away. I was thinking, Jesus Christ, what am I going to do? How am I going to score? But we get through here with El Shaarawy. Loads of pace, which is what I love about him. Simple goal over to Asamo. And to be honest, a little bit sweaty, but at the same time, it was the best thing to do. Obviously, that's what sweaty goals are, but sometimes you're just straight through on goal, and you pass it across. That's really sweaty. But here, 90th minute, I needed to score, and I did, which was lovely. So we get it back to a draw, and I thought, you know what? Well played, Jack. You've managed to bring it back again. Didn't think I'd get another opportunity, but somehow it fell out to Muriel, and I was thinking, no, 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 come on, we can do this. Oh my God, this guy must be fuming. He had 2-0 over me up to about 85 minutes into that game, and then I actually managed to win 3-2. It wasn't even a draw, it was a win for me. So he would have been fuming. So after that, obviously open up my pack, and we're coming towards the end of this episode now, but I actually forgot to talk about the main subject, and that is the LTRT dribbling. So it's very, very overpowered this year, and it's a good, effective way to dribble. So if you want to slow down play and wait for your opponent to make a defensive decision. So if you're running down the wing and you're not sure whether to cut in or cross the ball, LTRT it means that you can shuffle a little bit, and that's really effective. The no-look dribbling is also quite effective, but you really need to know what to do with that, and you need to have a fast player, I find, with that one, whereas LTRT can be used by anyone. Even if you have like a 40 pace midfielder with really bad dribbling, it's still kind of effective to some degree. But here, I needed to win this. Well, we didn't actually need to win. We only needed a draw to actually get the title. But here, Amrabat still doing work for me. Gets through, doesn't quite finish it. Sometimes he misses some sitters, but I think so does everyone in this game. No matter what your rating is, you're still going to miss some sitters every now and again. But Leroy Fer, really close call there, getting through. And Leroy Fer again on his left foot, just bounced over the goalkeeper there with the rebound, or a deflection, I should say. Amrabat again getting through. Berber spin, I really like that skill move. Probably the best skill move this year. I still need to get better at the body feints and the simple 2-star skill moves. But here, Amrabat getting through, near post finish. And I've been peppering him all games. So I knew that goal was coming. I just needed it to make sure that he didn't, get one of those counter-attack goals and put me in a position where I get really desperate and it gets to the 85 minute and I score a goal. But here, you'll love this goal, guys. I think it was a little LTRT onto the right side and then a finesse. But we've seen him score from that kind of position. Or no, it was Leroy Fer actually that scored from that position before. He is such a great goal guy to use on the FIFA 17. So if you've got a Premier League squad, make sure you get Son in there. So many different options when attacking. He always seems to be in a great position. But that's going to be the end of the episode, guys. So we actually managed to get promotion with the title. We get some coins. We open the pack. We get Albiol. So not the worst, but not the best. Definitely not as good as the ones we've seen so far. But if you want to see another episode, we're going to get this to every Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure you drop a like, guys. Let's see if we can smash over 500. If we can get to close to 1,000 likes, that would be greatly appreciated. And also make sure you go onto the poll in the description. And if we get 5,000 people to actually say yes to subscribing to a second channel that is going to be Road to Glory based, then I will start that channel. So make sure you do. I'm kind of half expecting it to get to about 2,000 or 3,000, but if we can get 5,000, I will definitely do it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.